Tassos, you became smart, eh? You eat a fox for dinner. And you became suddenly smart. And you think that you can swap the valve springs just like that, right? I'm gonna tell you what was my idea. Because I have seen so many things, I said, okay, most probably it has a 6mm valve stem. They didn't upgrade it, they just put the double spring on it, the big spring, and they call it a day. And as soon as it's still working, didn't F up everything, why don't do it? Why don't continue with the other cylinder head? Since we're gonna make 3 pulls maximum for the next race. But nope, they put the bigger valve stem on this cylinder head. It's not a 6mm, they put a bigger one. What's now this? I don't want to use this cylinder head because obviously I need to send it for a resurface, for one light resurface, and because the valve seats, whoever machined the valve seat on this cylinder head, he did like this. One it's here, one it's here, one it's here, one it's here, and one it's here. As an example, right? It's all over the place. The height, it's not right. You can bring your tools, you can bring your finger, you can bring your eyes, and you can see what I'm talking about. It's all over the place. This cylinder head, from the other hand, whoever machined the seats, it's much more acceptable. It's something like, let us say, here, here. It's almost flush, all right? By finger, by hand, and by eye, it looks beautiful. If you measure it, it has a small difference, but nothing like this, not like this. I mean, if you see the pockets, how they machine it, one it has more, one has less, it's all over the place. We are talking about, here we are talking about from 6/10 to 7/10 of millimeter, up and down, plus minus. So, one of the reasons I don't want to use the cylinder head, it's this one, because, like I said, need to resurface, and the valve seats, it's not right, for me at least. Plus, I have to lap the valves, all right? From this one, I have already lapped the exhaust valves. It's been already resurfaced, and the only thing that's remaining is only the intake valves to lap. And the seats are much more acceptable. But this cylinder head has a single spring for the valve. This one, it's been upgraded to a double spring. Yay, they did it right, they did it properly. With the correct retainer, with the correct washers, they did it right. I was hoping that, you know what, no. Dang it. Then, let me show you something. Why I want to change, dang it, come out. Wait, give me a second to split it, to separate it, okay. Why you want so badly to change the valve springs? Because of the boost, and because of the back pressure, and because the 9,000 RPMs. And because before I have 2 valve springs from this one that had, I don't know, 4 or 5 kilograms less tension than the rest. And I had also the number 6 cylinder 2 bent valves. If I use the same one, guess what will gonna happen? It's gonna happen, get the same thing. Yay. It's on the limit. The valve spring, the tension of the valve spring, the combination of the back pressure, the boost, and the 9,000 RPMs, this, it's supposed to be, if you're asking me, 5 kilograms more tight, more tension. Another one thing that I don't like on these valves is this one. You know what, one second, let me put it on the stand, the phone, to show you exactly what I mean, what I don't like. For some people that they have the rev limiter at 6,000 RPMs or 7,000 RPMs, they're gonna say, okay, so what, this is not a big deal. Don't think about that, think about 9,000 RPMs. Give me a second. All right, what's my point? I'm gonna make one simple thing here. All right, so what's this? Focus, stupid thing. What's this? I'm holding the safe here, and I can do that. See that? Let me show you also with a different way. If you're asking me, it's not the right one. What's this? Okay, now let's watch this. They make it right job on the valves, on the valve springs, but why they fucked up the seats? I don't understand. Now if I put it here, oops, not down, here, dang it, and I try to do that again, it doesn't move, simply. This is how it's supposed to be. And if I get this and put it here inside, it still plays, but not that much like the other one. These are not the new valves, these are the old valves, the exhaust valves, okay? That was wearing. And this, I'm not blaming the company, I'm talking about the installation. That's not the installation. And now, I'm at this point that I'm saying that this cylinder head has the correct valve springs for the boost and for the back pressure. But the camshafts for this cylinder head, they are not good, and the seats are not good, and need to send for resurface. And I have this cylinder head that the camshafts are good, the seats are good, but not the valve springs, and it's being resurfaced. Yeah, I have to take one decision to do something, right? That's why, oh boy, there are so many things. So many things. If you start something, no, let's say other way. If you rely on somebody to machine for you something, and then you get it. If I send, let us say, this cylinder head for machining, and they send to me with the valve seats at this point, I'm gonna send to them back, I'm gonna tell them, put a new valve seats, machine it again, do it right. I need to have that much distance, I need to have that much tension. I don't want to have a different seat pressure on each valve. I want to be consistent, I don't want to fix it once and don't have any headache. You don't want to add variables. You don't want to be different in one cylinder, different in the other cylinder, different in the other cylinder. It's the same engine. You want to be consistent as much as possible. And again, what valve springs are we going to use on the other one? And then not only that, even if you fix the valve seat, as an example, you find the lower one and then you do all of them the same. First you see the spring. To check the spring because of this washer and this washer, what I need to do, I need to get the lathe, that the lathe is currently on a box there outside. There, I don't want to put any number plate. There's any number plate? No. There's no number plate. The lathe is here on the corner, still in the wooden box. Okay, I need to get the lathe. I need to get the size of this, the pattern down there, and then I have to put this washer, and the springs to get accurate measurement. I have to find the lowest, the deepest valve seat, get some measurements, and then if we can do the same thing in all of them for the exhaust and separate for the intake. Some people out there, they're saying, the mechanical lifters are better than the hydraulic. With the hydraulic lifters, no, okay, you have to be correct on the valve seat, but you don't have to machine each pocket to marry it with the position, with each valve. That's the reason why I have this here. Because let us say the 3B, it's been machined on the 3B position from inside. It's not hydraulic, you have to give the clearance. And it takes time. Some people, they're saying, you know what, okay, the next race is on April. Yeah. You see what you have to do, with what you have to deal with? Let's see, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna ask also my friend, I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna send him also this video to see what's my problem now. I prefer to use this valve, these springs, this retainer, you know, and the safe here up. I prefer to do that. I prefer to use this one. And I prefer to use this camshaft over there for this cylinder head, not for this one. Also the cam gears, because better. That's what I remember at least. Screw it, I don't know, we're gonna see what are we gonna do. Have a nice weekend. Me, I'm gonna scratch my head. Yeah, thank you.